Hi, guys. Through your first three quarters today, you had 24 assists on 25 shots. I think you finished with 30 or 31 for the whole game. What did you see with the rhythm of the offense today?
One of our big focuses in this game was not settling. We felt like, just based on the matchup, we'd be able to get a lot of easy shots or quick shots. And we didn't want to settle good shots when we could get great shots. And I thought our kids really focused on that. They moved the ball well. They found each other. They shared the ball. They got it into the paint. They got it out, and resulted in such a great job in terms of the assists.
Given kind of moving the ball around, this was kind of a pit stop on your schedule, right? There's the two Big East games, and then there's this one, and then you have UConn coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What's kind of the mindset going into your pacing and approach for a game like this?
Well, I think a game like this is important because we just came off finals. Finals are really difficult. We have student athletes that have some really tough majors. And I think sometimes people from the outside just don't realize how taxing that can be on you mentally. And so having the opportunity to kind of play a game like this where we can shake some stuff off. We made some mistakes today that I think were uncharacteristic in terms of the game plan and personnel. All that, comes from just kind of that finals hangover. So I thought our girls, actually did a really good job Friday, Saturday in our practices after finals, and took advantage of the opportunity just to tune up today.
Mm-hmm. Given that tune-up performance, the offense, I think 21 points off of turnovers. What are you feeling about kind of the need to have a game where you're rounded on all sides of the ball, given the conference schedule that's coming up soon?
I mean, I think that's how we want to play. I think our biggest growth this year has been our offense and being able to find great shots and utilize all of our pieces. But for us, our standard is always defense, and we want to be a disruptive team on the defensive end. We don't want to be out of control or undisciplined, and I think our players have done a really good job, tonight, today, this whole season, on utilizing the way that we want to play without getting out of control. And one of the things we wanted to do in this game was apply pressure and turn them over, and obviously we did that.
And for both of you, maybe at 10 games into the season now, just going back and looking at the start of the season, obviously the scoring rotation has been a bit tighter with season-ending injuries to two of your players, also a significant injury to Abby. So for this main group that's been out on the floor, the starting five, also players who come in like Jordan and Kennedy, what do you like about how that core rotation has been able to make things click despite not having the full roster you anticipated at the start of the season?
I think it's really an advantage for us to have everybody come back. So to have those five starters, who I think have started every game again this year, kind of that chemistry and build on that. And then the pieces that we've added have been like, some shooters and kind of pieces that we need help with. And then on top of that, everybody really took the off-season to take pride in getting better at their shooting. So I think it's just really built well over the first 10 games.
Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, too, after December 20th, like Lance alluded to, non-conference play will be completely over for you guys, and you're left to only face Big East opponents at that point. So how might the, not depleted roster, but just the rotation that's being worked with, how might that pose a challenge in Big East conference games, and how might you look to overcome that challenge with the players you have?
Well, to be honest, I think we're still kind of tweaking with our lineup some, because you're right. I mean, obviously, we've known JJ and Ariel were out. Abby was unexpected. And, even Kennedy Perkins, like, she is just kind of getting back to herself after her injury against Wisconsin. And Jaden Mason has been banged up with her knee a little bit. So we've kind of had a lot of things that have, I don't want to say derailed us, but kind of slowed us, I think is probably a better word. And so, we're still kind of tweaking with things to figure out what is our best rotation. And today we played Hallie at the 3 a little bit, which we also did against DePaul. So we've kind of looked at playing a little bit of a bigger lineup some. We've played Lee at the 4 some, not tonight, but in some other games. So, I would say it's kind of an interesting feeling because oftentimes you get to Big East play and you feel pretty secure about your lineup and the rotation. But, I would say we're probably not quite there yet. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a very positive thing because we do have a lot of great pieces and we have kids that are still getting better. We're going to get Abby back, and we'll see how she fits into that rotation, and we'll go from there.
And then just finally, obviously in Big East play so far, some convincing wins over DePaul and Butler. And then this week you have number 1 UConn in an away game. Obviously you can't overlook a game like today's with your preparation, but now after this game, what's preparation looking like for UConn? Are you still tweaking that roster? Are you moving things around for that, or what's just preparation looking like?
Well, we've already done some work for them. I mean, they're too good of a team to think we can prep for them in 2 days. And, and be prepared. So we've actually already been working on them as we were preparing for this game, and I think our kids did a really good job juggling that, understanding you're right, we can't overlook this opponent, but we also have the best team in the country coming up. And I think we're just excited. My message has been consistent with our group. Like, our job here at Marquette is to beat UConn. We want to win the Big East. And whether we do that coming up this week, or whether we do that next year, or whether we do that in 5 years, it doesn't matter. Like, that's our mindset. And so we're going there to compete. We obviously know it's going to be an extremely tall task. I think they're better than they were last year, and they were pretty darn good last year. And but we're built for this. Like, we want to play against the best in the country, and that's what we're about to go do.
Yeah. And Lee, how are you feeling going into that environment?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think you come to a school like Marquette to play the best teams. So the opportunity is coming. I'm excited for it.
Thank you both.
All right, thanks, you guys.